have it there saying that he was going, the previous general manager paid it off in one lump.
And there's not a transaction showing in Black Mountain?
No, there is, she found it, that's what I'm saying, but it was showing that there was still a owed from and an owed to in part of, it actually shows that fire and water owe sewer, and we told her that can't be.
Right, no, I remember
And
that.
she says that it's possibly an overpayment, or it's from, something prior to that they paid into and it was never deducted from water or fire, and sewer paid the whole bill.
See the fun we're having?
I don't believe it was an overpayment. I could believe that it was entered wrong and was shown as a
Did you give him that staff report,
instead
Paul?
of a debit because of the amounts.
Yes, it's all right there.
Yeah, the staff report is what we're talking about of the,
When, it was June of 2017, when that last thing happened?
And that's when the staff
Probably.
report was written to talk about satisfying that loan agreement, but in the audits, it shows where we're carrying an owed to and an owed from, that it was actually from before that loan resolution was ever drafted. We're looking into why that is.
Okay, I remember this.
do you remember that now?
Yes, I do remember
Okay.
this.
It was hard to find.
Yep, thank you for clearing that
So,
up. I was
we'll
troubling.
bring, this, today, we were speaking with Darcia this morning, ironing out some of the finer details, because we can't understand why fire and water would owe sewer anything.
Yeah,
But if you're making a payment on something.
You
I
remember that?
remember this transaction.
Okay,
We paid it off in full
Yeah.
right,
because we were able to.
but there was, on the thing, it's still showing like there's
Yeah.
still money owed to and from, which we're going to
So
fix
can we fix that? Okay.
We'll fix that. Go
We
ahead.
need a transaction to fix
We
it.
need to reconcile it first, and then we're gonna come to you guys next month with the amounts.
So we should be, we'll be, all our accounts will be reconciled, you'll know what you have in your operating, in your reserves.
Okay.
To what's in the bank and what's actually.
All right, we'll discuss that
on the account.
when it comes out. On your report from the county, did you have a comment on that?
I was just looking, I was trying to remember, back to paying it off, and you said June of 2017, and I thought there was,
You'll remember this.
I remember the item, but it's just, like, I thought,
We were working on paperwork too.
like, because in June of 2017.
You were there.
I know I was there. I remember I remember the repayments and that stuff. I just thought it was under you guys, and I thought the previous general manager left in May of 2017.
June 2017.
Was it really June?
We were playing, yeah.
It was somewhere in there. That was in the works. That came from him, not us.
I thought he was
It was
gone.
between him and Gid. They had a dollar posted on the wall. They were saying it was paid or not.
Remember that?
Read that staff report, you'll remember.
Okay, and then on your, you know,
Yeah, done.
on your report, conversation with Elizabeth Kavanaugh, I spoke to her also, and the rumor that they wanted to remove specific buildings over there,
Yes.
it's not even in an infant stage. There's really been no consideration. There's people who've thrown things out. They have no intention of tearing down the fire station. They have no intention of tearing down the jail. They're in negotiation with the library to build them a new library attached to the community center.
Yep.
But it's still like a dream in a cloud. It's not,
She said she was
there's
required
nothing on paper.
to hold 2 meetings about community design
And
before they got the grant.
And she also asked me if Mr. Young, president of the Firefighters Association, could contact her.
Certainly.
Because
She and I are friendly.
Ms. Kavanaugh told you that?
yeah, there's a fund floating around that could help their grant process.
Because I have a lovely picture showing them covering up the old fire station. I mean, it's right here. She did it. It was her map. Literally, if you trust anything Ms. Kavanaugh says, I'm so sorry that you would even, it is my personal and it's my unqualified opinion, and Ms. Kavanaugh likes to expand on the truth. But I have an image that contradicts her claims, as she has said.
You said it, I didn't, but I couldn't disagree with
Well, I mean, if anyone wants to, I mean, I have picture proof. I mean, there was 4 people at that meeting. How many people were there, Mrs. Buckman? 4?
When you arrived, yeah.
So,
Is there any public comment on the general manager's report? Yeah, go ahead.
Laverne Buckman, with Anthony's comment, I can't help but comment, and John as well, that Elizabeth Kavanaugh has worked very diligently with this community in many positive ways. And when it comes to county employees and their involvement and understanding of community, she's one of the better.
Well, I have to agree with that.
So I think we need to give her credit for the efforts, and Anthony's picture that she presented was a map with figures, like a Monopoly game where you can put things in different places that people in the community had chosen to place in various places. Not she alone, but other members of the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bill?
It's all making sense.
District General Counsel.
Nothing tonight, it's good to see y'all again.
District Engineer.
You have my written report, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions on the written report?
Yeah, I was wondering about the meetings you had, let's see, where was it? The Water Conservation Group
Yeah.
on the 17th.
Kelly and I, and tomorrow I've met with representatives of the county, their water conservation group, as part of the planning group. They have funds available, funds that are obtained through their offset ordinance program. They're set aside specifically for water conservation projects in the Paso Robles groundwater basin area. I talked to them, they have something like close to $300,000 sitting in an account that they're trying to find projects for. So that's what we're talking to them about, and we've given them a bunch of water usage data. We talked to them about some potential opportunities, and so we're still working through that. We haven't identified any specific projects yet, but we think there are some good opportunities here in San Miguel, and they want to fund us, so we're pulling that together.
Thanks.
Is there any public comment? Okay, back to board. Director of Utilities.
You guys have my report. I only have a couple things to add. One being that both our utility personnel are taking their wastewater test in October. So good luck to both of them. And just regarding the purchase of the dining bar, occasionally we cannot find what we need at a cheaper location. So it forces us into buying something at a maybe higher rate. This particular instance, our normal sources were not carrying that product, and this is we bought it from a vendor that had it. Unfortunately, it was a little bit more. I did talk to that vendor today, just in fact, and they're willing to give us a credit towards that bar because they are considerably higher than their neighbor.
Yeah, 3 times.
So
So you're gonna buy another one with that credit?
no.
So you have 2, one for each truck?
You're left-handed in the right.
So they will be giving
Right,
us
tennis
a
field.
credit. I don't know the exact amount of the credit at this point, but they're willing to offer us a credit.
Hold on.
And then finally, I don't know if you guys paying attention to the graph about the past due door hangers. We are seeing a decline in the door hangers that we actually issue, which I think is probably a result of people having to pay for a door hanger. The past due seems to be fairly steady, and the bills are obviously climbing because it's summertime. But if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer that.
I brought my own questions, I mean, into yours.
Okay, is there any, please?
Okay, I have a couple of questions, comments. The first one is about the overdue accounts. I know that it says 98 of the accounts are past due 30 days. So I'm wondering, so do they have a payment plan or what? Because it doesn't really indicate that their water shut off, which would have happened, and that those were indicated, but, so what happens to somebody who's already 30 days past due and have 90?
So, of the, just get the right spot here. Of the people who are delinquent, so we show 98 people past due 30 days or more from the billing period in May that are due in June. 28 of those were issued door hangers. So through the diligence of the office and trying to call them, here's 70 of them paid prior to us issuing door hangers. 28 of them still got a door hanger, so they still got a 20 or 48 hour door
48,
hanger.
yeah.
And then none of them ended up getting shut off. So all 28 of them, after getting their 48-hour door hanger, came in and paid.
Okay, because it's kind of deceiving in the report. It sounds like there are 98 out there who haven't paid.
Yeah, but we have like there's 98 that haven't paid, but we take 3 or 4 days to bombard them, to call them.
So initially,
to-
it was 98.
And then we call
And
them
there was
and
efforts.
we get it down within like 4 or 5 days, 48-hour door hangers, and
Okay,
then.
so it's kind of figured in.
Yeah, there's a
under
process
other-
and we're trying to go about the process. It's coming into effect in April 2020. And that's, you can't shut anybody off until they're 60 days past due, so.
Did you receive any comments on the 28 door hangers?
Yes, I did. And the
Anything you
$15,
can share?
and the $15 charge, no one has been opposed to it, and they've all said, I deserve it.
Wow.
They really, I have not had any negativity towards it. They know that they're constantly the same people.
Okay. My second question is really to the board, and I talked to Kelly about it a little bit. It's regarding the rate increase notice, which I feel was improper in 2 ways. Number one, it just appeared in the bills, and it's just simply a listing of the rate schedule, which is now the new one. At the very bottom, it says effective July 16th, which is after you actually get that notice. It's not the way I would expect a notice to occur, and I thought that the board had decided that when there was going to be a rate increase, it was going to come before the board for review.
Hallelujah.
I don't know what happened to that.
I thought the same thing, and boy, was I corrected.
Yeah, well, and I.
So I don't think the rate increase, the notice, I believe that August,
I did post it on at
the
the,
July,
everywhere.
August usage is, August would be the first bill that you see the rate
Exactly.
increase. So you did get noticed in time.
And I did put it in
The bill
twice.
that it arrived with didn't have the increased rate on it.
Yes.
And I too thought that the steps were supposed to come before the board and initiated. Staff is telling me that's not true. So I think it's something that
I
needs
just
to be
sent you
revisited.
guys all the resolution.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I know you don't
And
how
have
many
it.
board members thought that we were supposed to vote on it? On the rate increases, not the rate increases, but the steps
Yes.
of over 5 units of water was supposed to come to us to be implemented. I'm one.
I'm one.
You, were you under that belief?
Not a board member yet.
You were under that belief? I would say we have a problem.
well, and
Oh, go ahead,
the-
Laverne.
The other piece of that I very quickly realized that was never emphasized in the rate increase studies was sewer, wastewater fees. Because as an example, this time, the increase for water is The basic increase, I'm not gonna go into all the variations, but the very basic, the bottom line one is $3.57 a month increase. So $3.50. The increase for water, on the other hand, is $17.97.
You mean wastewater?
You got
What is
that,
that?
Sewer, you said.
yeah, you
Wastewater.
got them
Sorry.
switched up.
No, wastewater.
The water bill
increase-
went up $3.57.
Right, and wastewater went up $17.97.
Yes.
I calculated that increase on the 753 accounts that, in Kelly's report, it identifies as having sewer, wastewater, excuse me, service. And that in 1 month gives them $13,486 more than previously. Over a year, that's 811,000 plus increase that they're receiving. Concerns me in that,
13
$13,400.
13,000
156.
times 12 months,
I'm calculating,
80,000?
I'm that's
13,
That's the calculation of the total, the
130,
total amount, because,
yeah,
yeah, it's not the increase, it's the total amount per year,
okay,
811.
okay.
And on your report, you can see that currently it's about 600 and something thousand. And so, a little over, well, it's not
35%.
over, it's a little bit under $200,000 a year increase in sewer income, in the wastewater income, in the base level. That doesn't account for all the extra money from the other fees that are above, well above what that minimal structure is.
What, wastewater only has one monthly fee.
Right,
Have one monthly fee for residential customers. Commercial customers have a base fee, and depending on what type of commercial occupancy it is, they
But we're
have
talking
volume.
residential, because you mentioned the 759 or whatever it was.
right, and there is a different fee which is lower for residential per unit. And there's a different fee that's also lower than the fixed residential, for commercial.
Okay.
So, there are other